main event, Alexander Volkanovski, Yair Rodriguez. I don't know. All I can say is Volk is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC. Proved it once again. There's no questions about it. There's no arguments that anybody could ever have that would change my mind that this guy is the best fighter in the UFC right now in any division. Yeah. I don't fucking care if you're talking about John Jones. I don't care if you're talking about Izzy. I just don't care. This guy fucking dominated this Yair Rodriguez, who is supernatural pretty much with his kicks and the crazy angles and all this stuff. And what does Volk do? Comes in with his game plan and beats the living shit out of him. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was the game plan, and he exactly executed it.
Yeah, and obviously the UFC agrees with you. Volk regained sole ownership of the pound-for-pound #1 ranking. He was tied with Makhachev. It was like a tied #1. I saw he regained sole ownership of that. So, and rightfully so. Like you said, there's nobody better than him. There's nobody doing what he's doing, winning in the fashion that he is against the guys that he's fighting. I mean, it's just incredible to see. We're witnessing
I don't even know what else to
special
say.
Era.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know what else to say about this guy. I mean, people were, I remember, 5-6 fights ago when people were saying, oh, he's boring and who's he fighting and blah, blah, blah. What's his competition level? Yep. Look, the guy just fought Makhachev, arguably won that fight. I don't know. I don't know what my real opinion is on that without watching it again and again and again and again. Yeah. But half the crowd thinks he won that fight, beat the other best pound-for-pound guy in the UFC, right. Comes back to his division, takes care of Yair, and, I just thought the fight itself, I mean, the first round, Volk took him down, dominated him on the ground, just kept him down. Yair couldn't get up. And the thing that you go back to Yair's last fight against Josh Emmett, and triangle choked him. Yeah. Right? I mean, Volk that wasn't even a thought in his mind. Yeah. He was like, whatever, I'm gonna go down, stay on top of you. I'm not gonna get choked out. Yeah. Did you see me against Makhachev? I wasn't worried about that either. Yeah. You know? Right. It's like I'm laying on the ground, Makhachev's arms around me all the time, and I'm just hanging out. Yeah. Like that doesn't bother me.
He's insane. No, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else more to add to that, but you hit the nail on the head.
I just don't feel like he even thought about getting. I don't even think he thinks about it because I don't think he thinks it's even possible to choke him out. And you go back to the fight against Ortega. Yeah. Ortega hit him twice. Yeah, twice.
In
Volk's head
Ortega's
was red, veins popping out of his head.
That's Ortega's.
He's like,
too. Nobody escapes his guillotine. That's his.
Volk's just like, nah, you're not. I'm not tapping.
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah. I'm not passing out, and I'm not tapping. Yeah. So, and you just tired your arms out.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Now you're tired. Good on you. Yeah, right.
But I mean, Yair didn't even have an attempt. I don't even think. Like that was the thing. It's like he didn't even have an attempt at a submission from the bottom. Yeah. That I saw anyway. I mean, I'm sure he was maybe working towards something or whatever. But I mean, the domination on the ground was just too much for him. Yeah. And it started at the end of the first round. I went back and watched this again too, and the real domination on the ground didn't start till really the end of the first round. In the last minute, I mean, Volk was just raining punches down on him.
Yeah, I mean, first round he took him down 3 times. Second round he took him down 3 times. Third 1 time, and then finished him.
I mean, the thing that I noticed too is like Volk waited for his spots. I mean, he just wasn't going crazy and throwing 100 punches at a time. He waited for that one opening. Like Yair would turn one way or whatever, and he'd see an opening, and he would just take advantage of it right away. Yeah, like just saw the opening, attacked right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times did you take him on in the third round?
Once, and then finished him.
Yeah, because in the third round, it was like, I got the feeling Volk, I went back and watched it again. I got the feeling Volk was like, okay, now we're going to stand up. Yeah. And he was like, Volk ate a couple really nice shots by Yair.
Well, those kicks are just.
Yeah, he ate a kick and he ate a good punch, but then he came back with this punch and just knocked him down. Yeah. Like, knocked him down. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was like, Yair hit him with a kick and a punch right after that, but then Volk came right back, straight right hand, knocked him down. And this is just shows you the level of Volk, right? Mm-hmm. So knocks him down. What does he do? Does he jump on him and start raining punches? No. He picks him up by his ass, dumps him down, and then starts ground and pounding him.
It's just crazy, the composure, and I don't know, you can just tell he is who he is by the way he does things in there.
I think he's just the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like him for a very long time because I still believe to this day that he lost the second fight against Holloway. And I really do like Holloway. I still do. But
it's great fights.
I was very upset about that for a long time. But where I'm going with this is he's just become undeniable to anybody.
Back then I think he was, he has obviously, Volk has that cockiness. He thinks he's the best. He knows he's the best.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like he'll tell you he's the best. And it's like a lot of it kind of rubbed people the wrong way like years ago, but it doesn't even rub me the wrong way right now because I'm like the guy's right. Like the guy's right.
That's what I'm saying. I've come around to the fact that it's like he's right. He is the number one. Holloway's never going to beat him.
Right.
It's never.
No.
Whatever.
No.
I've let that go. Yeah.
You should definitely let that go after the third fight.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. After the second fight, though, I was very upset about that. Yeah. But, it's because I was biased towards Holloway. I wanted him to win. I probably saw it different than a lot of other people. A lot of people probably thought Volk won the second fight.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I've come around.
But I think that just shows you the progression of Volk, too, that, his hands in that third Holloway fight were just, okay, Max is known for his hand speed. Volk was quicker than him for sure.
Yeah.
Beat him to every punch. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's like. It's like, okay, I'm going to beat you at your game. I think that, that's kind of where Volk is now. He's like, okay, my hands are going to get a lot better, and I'm going to beat you at your game now. Yeah. So.
No, I agree.
And I think with Yair, this was the game plan. Obviously, even a amateur viewer of the UFC could look at those two and say, okay, the game plan is going to be Volk's going to take him down.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to get hung up in these kicks and crazy punches and things that Yair's doing. Everybody knew he was going to do it. He did it anyway, and Yair knew he was going to do it too, obviously. Yeah. How could you not?
Wasn't able to defend it.
Right, because when you really look at, when the fight first started, when the fight first started, I looked at both of them, and I was like, Yair's a lot taller, a lot longer.
Yeah.
Volk's short and, stocky like he is, and...
One thing I was going to say about Volk is I think he has the perfect build to be champion, to be a UFC fighter. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think, he's short. Maybe his reach isn't as big. But he also fights to his build. You know what I mean? Like
and he gets in, he gets in the close distance. Like he doesn't try and land from far away, from his just... okay, here's my reach. I'm going to hit you right here. Yeah. No, he steps in and hits you with a punch that's coming, right close in range.
He's just a bulldog. He's fantastic.
And obviously, short, stocky, hard to take down. Makhachev took him down, but that wasn't even really a threat to him.
Right.
Yeah. I really got to go back and watch that fight again.
Yeah, we should.
Definitely got to go back and watch that fight again. Because I just thought, I think there's so much controversy looking back on it now, and I still see people talking about it on Twitter and all that, and it's like, there's just so much back and forth thing. Initially, when I watched the fight, I thought Makhachev won, and then I watched it again, and I was like, well, I don't know. I can see how people thought that Volk won, but I don't know. I thought that was a really good...
We'll see it again, you think, right?
I hope so. Yeah. I did, and it's funny that you mentioned that because I didn't really want to see it in the beginning. I just thought I don't know. I'm not super big on guys fighting out of their weight class and going up a division or going down a division and super fights and things like that. But I don't know. This is such a great matchup that, I think we have to see it again.
Yeah, for sure. I remember not being too hot on it either. Like when we were, I thought, Makhachev, well, the other thing is, when are we going to see the rematch? Because Makhachev has to fight someone in his division.
Well,
He's talking about going to other divisions and doing this and that.
Well, and that's
He's
the thing.
gotta
Now with
plan it
Oliveira,
out.
with Oliveira having such an impressive performance against Dariush, it's like we kind of have to see Oliveira fight Makhachev again.
Right. There's going to be some things that happen before
Definitely
Makhachev and Volk
definitely need to see that next, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then I think, you know, but there's always that division is so crazy that how can you deny guys a fight and give Volk a fight, right? Yeah. Because now we've got Poirier and Gaethje coming up.
Right.
And the winner of that fight is probably should get the winner of Oliveira and Makhachev.
Yeah.
For 100%. Sure. Like
100%.
I don't think you can deny those guys after they're going to this fight is going to be incredible for sure.
Yeah.
And after that
Poirier
fight,
and Gaethje, you mean.
Yeah. After that fight, which 100% is going to be incredible. And how can you deny the winner of that fight a championship fight?
Yeah, no, there's definitely...
Or make him wait a year and it's like, oh, no, we got to have Volk fight Makhachev. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
You have to prioritize the division at some point rather than, you know, another super fight between
But on
Volk
the other...
and Makhachev.
Yeah. But on the other hand, you know, I think these guys like Poirier and Gaethje are on their last run, you know, and they're not the guys that are fighting every 6 months, even though Gaethje's coming back pretty quickly. But Poirier hasn't fought in a while, you know, probably a year, you know. Yeah. So that's not to say that they wouldn't mind waiting a year to fight again, you know.
Right. So. I think, like you said, though, they're Gaethje for sure because he said it, and Poirier too. They're getting to that point in their career where it's like, we got to make it happen now, or my window of peak performance is going to slip away.
Right. And from their perspective, it's like they're just not going to fight anybody, especially Poirier. Like, the guy's done everything. He's fought everybody. You know, he's fighting Gaethje for the second time now.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can't expect him just to come up and fight some guy ranked number 10 or number 8 or whatever. It's
they're way past that in their career.
It's not. That's just never going to happen.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, Volk wants to fight all the time.
All the time.
Like, he's like, I want to fight 3 times a year.
Right.
He wants to fight anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I think he wants to fight Makhachev, obviously. But he wants to stay super active. That's what he said. That's what he said again. That's what he said now.
Yeah.
It's like he wants to fight all the time.
Yeah.
You know, which I'm all for that. Let's see him fight.
For sure.
100%.
Got to see him fight. Yeah.
Let's see him fight as many times as I can see that guy fight. I want to see it.
Right. I mean, the entertainment value that he brings, the aura that he brings, I would, you know, and like you said, you have to respect that. The guy who wants to fight all the time, going back to someone like Sean Strickland, or, you know, they're just down for it whenever, wherever, against whoever.
I mean, I just think it's awesome that Volk has that mentality, because as fans, I want to see him fight as much as possible. I mean, I'd love to see other guys fight as much as possible too, but these guys that have taken a lot of damage, you know, Poirier and Gaethje, who have been in real wars in their career. And Volk, he's been so dominant that I don't even know if he's been in a real war. Ortega was the last one I remember.
That was a war.
And then the second Max fight probably. But I don't know. I just feel like, you know, it's hard to, you know, you want to see guys fight, but I always have that in the back of my head. It's like these guys are just they're putting danger on themselves.
It's a ruthless sport. Yeah, it's not something you can do